Just good morning to all of you. Today we are discussing an important issue regarding the fault analysis. We are called as a fault analysis in power system. In today's discussion, we are basically just discussing about how many types of faults are there in the power system. Let us suppose there is a transmission line. Transmission line being represented by wires, and there is some neutral wires are there. Here this is the tower. We generally are represented here. It is the tower. If there is a certain fault will be there, let us suppose this wire becomes break and it will touches the ground. That is called LG fault. So fault means the point where there is something will be happen which is against our rules. So there are three types of the faults are there. The first is the we are calling as a LG fault. Second is the double L fault. Third is the triple LG fault. And the fourth is the LLL fault. In order to discuss the fault analysis, we have to basically discuss about the practical implementation of it. But in the mean by practical implementation, here we are using the fault analysis. 50% of the fault in the general system will win LG fault, and the least fault is the triple LG fault. Depends upon the application, but still we are using it. It can be easily represented with the help of a single line diagram. For analysis, we are using this different pen. Let us suppose this is generator 1, and it can having a inductance are there. Similarly, they are having a load will be there which is connected to this generator. Okay. After some time, we will observe that this having a x1 equals to 0.1 per unit, the per unit impedance of it. X2 equals to 0.01 per unit. X3 equals to 0.06 per unit. Similarly, in the transmission side, we are using the difference symmetrical component like x1 equals to 0.01 per unit, x2 equals to 0.03 per unit, and x0 equals 0.04 per unit. So we are representing the transmission line, the symmetrical component x0, x1, x2, 0 sequence component, positive and negative sequence component of the system. To represent it in a single line diagram, we are using just a generator which is flowing in this direction, and there is a transmission line not a resistance, and there is a load which is connected here. Here is the load. So we are generating a flow which will be observed at plus minus Vm sin omega t x, L and R. Here is the point which is been very important for us. So for discussing the fault, there are three important objectives that we are going to discuss: the single line diagram, the LG fault, and the double LG fault. If we are representing this fault in basically a single fault, then we can easily observe that this having a path which is like this. So this is the basic diagram of it. This is x0, this is x1, and this is x2, and this is 3 times of x0. We can say that z0. So for analysis, we are representing a diagram that is called Z-bus matrix. How we can represent? We can easily go with the next page. What we will discuss in a Z-bus matrix, here we are using the Y-bus matrix, which shows that if there is some different loops like y10, y11, y12, y20, y21, y22, y30, y31, y33, which is going to be equals to y10, y12, y13, y14, y15, y16, y17, y18, y19. So for analyzing the power diagram, We are just representing the RMS value. The RMS value which been called as a value which is just gives the constant value. It is a constant value. It gives a particular point where the heat is generated in the system. Let us suppose this is the machine where the current is flowing in this machine. How we can define that how much current is there which is responsible for the production of heat in this machine? So this current is represented with the help of the RMS value. Here is the current, this is the RMS current which is responsible for the generation of heat in this machine. So RMS is the quantity which is just a DC value or AC value where it will generate heat in the induction motor for analysis of different scenarios. So this is the very important issue that we are going to discuss here. Let us suppose by the help of this example we can easily calculate. Let us suppose there is an interval T1, there is an interval T2, there is an interval T3 and T4, and it can be represented by a single uniform distributed lines. If we are not in a consideration that we are not being able to supply this, so what we can do, we are chop this waveform. We are chop this waveform. After chopping, the remaining interval becomes like this. This is the chopped waveform, and there is a remaining interval which is like this. It is like this point 0, T1, T2, T3, T4, T1. This is output voltage. This is the time. If you are calculating the average value of it, then we calculate that the V average 1 plus V average 2 and V average 3. What is V1, V2, V3? Here we are calling as a V1, V2, V3. We know that average value means 1 upon T, 0 to T, Ft into dt with a multiplication of the base quantity. So V equals to 1 upon 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, it is Vm sin omega t d omega t. So with the help of it we can easily calculate the analysis of the different scenarios of the electrical domain. Similarly, if we are going toward the network analysis, we can easily calculate these values which is being represented here. This is the point, there is R, there is XL, this is V0, and this can be represented by VDC. If we are giving the KVL equation, then we can easily calculate VDC plus IR plus IL plus V0 should be equals to 0. On solving, VDC equals to IR plus IXL plus V0, VDC equals to IR plus JXL plus V0. So it gives the relation between here the relation come I0 it should be equals to A1. So the conclusion, what is the conclusion of it? The conclusion is very simple. We can easily calculate the conclusion that P directly proportional to del. It is the famous conclusion. If there is a real power flow in the power system, then it is responsible for del. If it is a reactive power flow in the power system, that is responsible for Q. So Q is depend upon the voltage and P depend upon the Q. So EF angle 10 minus VT angle 0 divided by X angle 90 should be the current. We know that I equals to V into I conjugate. Why we are using conjugate? We have already been discussed. Conjugate क्यों लिया जाता है? Because अगर अपन conjugate नहीं लेते हैं, then it becomes very difficult for us to define the mathematical value of it. So here compulsory that we have to take the conjugate of it. Conjugate लिया जाता है. So S equals to V. I conjugate. Conjugate means there is a change in the angle. Angle negative हो जाते हैं. Minus VT should be 0 divided by X angle minus 90. इसको solve करेंगे. Then we are being compared with the P plus JQ. On conclusion is that P equals to EFVT upon X sin del. Q equals to VT square upon X sin del minus X plus Y. So this is the basic analysis that we discussed for the generation of the power flow in the electrical engineering. Thank you very much. I think you will enjoy this theory. And the coming class we will discuss about how the current will be flowing in the electrical system. Thank you, sir.